I was gonna take a break, Leo, but like this is all kind of like for you, right? Honey, you probably seen this if you've been on Instagram. Ooh, don't blow out the flame, y'all. All right, so let's get to it, Leo. I'm using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and on a review, happy birthday. You know, the camera's low, so you can't see my hair. And I'm on a stool today. There we go. Because we're doing Leo, you gotta see that hair. As you know, my chart ruler is in Leo. Yes, what's going on? You know, okay, well, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? We just had a full moon in your 7th house of relationships. Yeah. Honey, how was that doing? I know. It's kind of crazy, right? We had 2 full moons in Libra in 2019. I always like to talk about that. And Libra and Aquarius energy are like, you know, kind of revolving. One more time. Companionship. Moon and Libra. Ooh, honey, y'all are so thin. Okay, so some of y'all lost some weight out there who've been trying to lose some weight. Or working out. Put that energy somewhere. Let's go ahead and lay these out for Leo. I'm doing a 20-minute for $20 midsummer flash sale, Leos. And that means that you will get a 20-minute reading for $20. Email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Also, subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram. My personal account is NYC Kendrick, but everything is Providence Tarot. Okay, Leo, the inheritance card came up, which is Saturn in Scorpio, and that's one of my placements. So, you know, yes, it really does talk about inheritances, but it does talk about things taking time too, right? And Saturn makes you work for things, and also Saturn is, things are hidden that way, you know, too. It talks about completions, and it talks about endings, and it also just talks about making you work for something, right? Making you wait for something, okay? And Scorpio could be saying that maybe you resent having to wait for something. Maybe you are resenting having something be so challenging too, right? But you could be inheriting some sense of maturity. You could be gaining maturity. There could be something here that you don't realize you are learning through this experience of challenge. And that is where the resentment comes from. Because why does it have to be so hard, and why is it so challenging and complicated? Why can't I just get there? Why can't I just have it? Right? Because Taurus is across from Scorpio. Why can't I just have it? Because then, why would I give you something that would be easy, right? That would not be to your best interest, you know, because Saturn does have to do with decay. And so does Scorpio in some kind of way. So it's almost kind of like working for something. Something feels like it's hard to achieve or hard to get right now, you know? But it is the inheritance card, so some of you might be dealing with an inheritance, or some of you may not even know that you might have an inheritance in some kind of like way, shape, or form. Something. You never know what it is. It could be jewelry, it could be a house, it could be land, you know? Let's look at what else is going on. Protection. So someone's having to protect an inheritance or something, or there could be something in the family that like could be up for being sold or something like that. Also, you have to protect your energy, obviously, okay? But the inheritance card is coming up next to the protection card, so it's talking about protecting an inheritance for sure. And it's also talks about like an inherent inherent difficulty. So it's almost like something was already going to be difficult. I already knew it was going to be challenging, right? With the Scorpio being here, and then it's almost like that's a clairvoyant energy. And you have the moon in Aries here. which the moon is kind of uncomfortable there because it's in a place where it's squared, so it knows it has to be a little bit like held back, or it has to be a little bit premeditating or just careful, right? And not putting yourself in dangerous situations either, or situations where you know like you're going to be under some form of compromise. So Venus in Aries here. Venus is the goddess of love, and Aries is talking about passion. So love and passion. Don't let that get the best of you, you know what I mean? And don't let your need to feel loved make you take a risk or be impulsive, right? For some of you, you know, because some of you feel like you might have been waiting a long time to have sex or to experience that, because it's Saturn, which is talking about time, but then it's Scorpio, which is also talking about sex, and then it's Moon that's talking about feelings and healing and wanting to feel nurtured or wanting to feel felt. And Aries is also talking about like, but I can't because I feel like there's something that like just isn't like right, you know? So it's the approach. It's like a slow approach too. Okay, you might even just be feeling like somebody might be watching you in some kind of way. Watching or lusting. Let's see what's going on. Enterprise, Jupiter in Aries. So Jupiter in Aries does talk about somebody that really is focused on themselves and what they can do, their ideas, right? So it's almost like you probably have like a lot of ideas on Enterprise and how you can like make some money or how you can achieve some things. And then it's almost kind of like Jupiter is very spiritual. So maybe it's kind of like now you're using your spirituality as a way to kind of like get you somewhere. You know what I mean? In some kind of way. Aries is the self. Aries rules the head, the forehead. It's like thinking, right? So you could have a lot of different ideas that are coming in about how to like build something or grow something or see something go like the extra mile, right? Maybe you just even have a little bit more space, right? So that you can individualize your experience a little bit more, so that you're inspired to do those things that you've always wanted to do, or you can be the ways about yourself that you've always wanted to be, you know, because it's Jupiter in Aries, and those are both kind of like very fiery. Venus in Leo. Okay, see, that's my placement. It's talking about affair, right? So, you know, it's sensuality, it's love, it's romance, right? So affair and lust came up. So what's going on with that? You know what I mean? Are we like, you got to protect yourself from some people, okay? From the lusters, pink oil moisturizers out there. Because they could just be seeing you as an opportunity, right? And you also have to be careful of like, just wanting to have an affair out of lust, because it's like you just want to see things happening, right? And it's like they don't have to be happening just because, you know, you feel like you've been deprived or whatever. I don't know. But Venus in Leo does talk about wanting to kind of like just feel attended to in some kind of way, shape, or form. And that's probably why you're willing to kind of like have an experience, but you don't really have to. You can attend to yourself for sure. Generosity, that one already came up, so we're dealing with lust. Or did generosity not? Yeah, so someone's generosity like is like because they're lusting. So don't be confused over someone's generosity, right? Because their generosity is because they are lusting, and the lust came up first, and that's why they're being generous. And then it's like that's their enterprise. They have a trick up their sleeve. They're trying to lead you somewhere. Be careful of it. You have to protect yourself, because they just want to have an experience and some kind of affair with you. You don't need that shit. You're Leo. All right, Leo. Like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys very soon. Happy birthday. And I did this for you.